Today I want to do a comparative analysis of Amazon FBA, FedEx Fulfillment, Rakuten Super Logistics, eFulfillment Service, and Fulfillment.com. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Suri Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you had to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee, or tea, or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to compare and contrast 5 players when it comes to e-commerce fulfillment. So we have Amazon FBA, FedEx Fulfillment, Rakuten, Super Logistics, eFulfillment Service, and Fulfillment.com. Before I get into the nitty-gritty, please understand that when we talk about you having to choose a fulfillment company, there are a few things you need to pay attention to. Very important. And money is just one of them, but there are more criteria you need to pay attention to. You want to pay attention to shipping speeds, location of fulfillment warehouses, the features of order fulfillment software, the transparency and visibility. This is so important. The branding options that you have available for you. Okay. You also want to pay attention to the packaging options, the returns management, and the cost. This is really important because a lot of folks just go ahead and they just think about the pricing. But what about the shipping speeds, for example? You know, Amazon Prime is pretty good in terms of shipping speeds, but is it the same with Rakuten? Is it the same with eFulfillment.com? You got to think about that. Also think about geographical coverage. Where is the location of the fulfillment warehouses? Are you a national player? Are you an international player? In other words, your e-commerce business, do you ship overseas or you just are comfortable shipping within the United States? This will be very important. And their software, because they're going to allow you to plug your system to their software, their fulfillment software. Is it easy? What's the interface? You want to think about the features. You want to think about the convenience, ergonomics. Those are important. And the transparency and the visibility that you have when it comes to all the processes your product goes through before being shipped to the customer. Don't take this lightly. This is very important. And what are the branding options? Obviously, if you choose a third-party logistics, a 3PL to take care of your fulfillment, you might lose a lot of your branding options, but you have a little bit left. In other words, can you maybe put a message in the shipment or some kind of branding that shows the customer you care about them, like a little thank you note or thank you for buying, all that kind of stuff. What are the packaging options? What is the returns management process? Those are very important. I want you to sit down and think about that. And last but not the least, the cost. Okay, if you're using a third-party logistics provider, you want to make sure that you are pretty clear about the cost. Let's start with Amazon FBA. Amazon FBA is probably the most known of all the 5. So Amazon FBA, actually this is fulfillment by Amazon. This is a service offered by, you guessed it, Amazon as a means for third-party sellers to automate their order fulfillment and shipping services. So it's a pretty simple concept. As a seller, you sell and Amazon ships. That's all it is. So anyone enrolled in Amazon FBA can let Amazon handle all shipping, including returns and refunds, as well as product warehousing in Amazon's warehouses, picking and packing, and more. Okay, and as a seller, you send your products to Amazon, who warehouses everything and then processes all of the orders as they come in. So as long as you handle the sales and make sure Amazon stays stocked with your products, the rest is done for you. And yes, you have to pay Amazon fees for it, and of course you have to think about how much this has to cost you, because it involves 24/7 Amazon customer service, all fulfillment and shipping costs included, pick, pack, and ship, and you have access to one of the world's most dynamic fulfillment networks. Okay, What I want to say here is that you have to think about the cost of FBA. If you run a successful FBA machine, the costs will take care of themselves. All right. Let's talk about the pros and cons of Amazon FBA. The pros of FBA: you have effortless shipping and logistics, discounted shipping rates, returns management, customer service management, quick delivery, more storage space, omni-channel fulfillment. Okay, and of course this list is not exhaustive, but you get the point. What are the cons of FBA? The cost: you have more returns, long-term storage fees that might eat into your profits in some cases, product prep requirements, sales tax, and Amazon FBA fee payments. And if we have to think about Amazon FBA versus seller fulfilled Prime, you need to think about whether or not this makes sense for you. Because for those who want to capitalize on the valuable Prime customer base but don't want to pay the fees of the FBA program, there is the option to create a seller fulfilled Prime account where you can sell and fulfill your own products and orders. Basically, you get to use the Amazon Prime name and shipping guidelines, but you do all of the picking, packing, and shipping yourself. Is that something that you can handle? If yes, then go ahead and do it. Okay, so to get started with FBA, there are a few steps. There are 4 steps. First, you set up FBA, you create your Amazon selling account, and you log into Seller Central to set up FBA. Step number 2, you create your product listings. So once you add your product to the Amazon catalog, you need to specify FBA inventory. Step number 3, you need to prepare your products for safe and secure transportation to a fulfillment center according to Amazon packing guidelines and shipping and routing requirements. And step number 4, you need to ship your products to Amazon. So create your shipping plan, you print Amazon shipment ID labels, and send your shipments to Amazon fulfillment centers. Okay, and the pricing you can see on the screen here. You can see the pricing, all the fulfillment fees, and everything you need to know to use the Amazon FBA program. I want to talk to you now about the Rakuten Super Logistics, and this is kind of important. And so when we talk about the Rakuten Super Logistics, the Rakuten SL, this is a part of a larger retailing company and uses the resources of its parents to offer a competitive deal to mid-size and large e-tailers with varied and even complex fulfillment needs. So when we talk about the size here, we are not speaking about a small business. If you are a small e-tailer, a small online entrepreneur, you don't want to go with Rakuten Super Logistics because the cost will be too much for you. Okay, so small e-tailers with basic needs might want to keep shopping. This is important, okay? And the system has, they have a nationwide network of 15 fulfillment warehouses across the US. And they were created in 2001. So RSL, as it's called, provides fast-growing e-commerce retailers a 1 to 2 day shipping solution through its fulfillment center network and established partnerships with national and regional shipping carriers. And Rakuten Super Logistics Fulfillment Management Platform integrates with popular online marketplaces, shopping carts, and order management tools. A big advantage of this service is that it integrates very well with several online shopping carts and marketplaces. And in our view, one of the disadvantages is that you have no pricing information on the Rakuten website. You have to call them up, okay? So when we think about Rakuten Super Logistics, it's not really a company onto itself, but is a part of a larger organization. Everybody knows Rakuten, which is a long-established retail rewards company. Okay, so you have to think about that, and you also have to. So when we talk about the e-commerce, there are e-commerce fulfillment services. You have order fulfillment services. You have logistics for e-commerce return management. You have 3PL kitting services. 3PL is third-party logistics, okay? So you have the kitting services. You have additional 3PL services in terms of lot tracking, climate control, and project-based services for your business. Do you have freight forwarding services? What about the prices? Prices, we have no information. The only thing we know is that they do have they categorize their prices. In other words, they have price tiers. Yeah, they have Class A, which is typically a small product mailed in an envelope. Class B, a small product shipped in a box. Class C is a product that needs a larger box. And Class D is a product that is heavier than 25 pounds or that requires special handling. And in terms of integrations you can see on the screen. They offer an API integration with popular shopping cart platforms and online marketplaces, including Walmart, Jet, Amazon, eBay, Magento, Shopify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, Channel Advisor, ShipStation, and Volusion. And so if you are interested, you just need to request a quote, and their team of onboarding specialists will walk you through the entire integration process to ensure that you have the service you need. Let's talk about eFulfillment service. So when you think about eFulfillment service, I want you to think about a service that provides small to medium-sized sellers with services including product storage, order fulfillment, and returns handling. This is a great service. So they do have a web-based software that allows you as a seller to view inventory, check orders and shipments, and request additional services or support. So business terms are no contract tie-in, no minimum volume, and you have a pay-as-you-go system. This is really good for a small e-tailer that is just starting and they're just trying to control cost, okay? Integrations with shopping carts is free, and a 30-day test drive is available with fees refunded if the seller decides not to continue. We love that. We love this. Anytime a company provides a free trial period, we love that. What are the pros and cons of this service? So the pros, this is geared to startups. They have an in-house IT team, no order minimums. This is really good. The cons, this is not for large volume. They don't have the resources for that, at least yet. They have a basic UI, user experience, user interface. The reporting is kind of basic, and no UPS integration. Okay, so one thing you need to think about when you think about eFulfillment service is that they are an e-commerce solutions provider. And what are the services they offer? They offer e-commerce fulfillment. They have Fulfillment by Amazon Prep Services Center. They have a low-cost warehousing and inventory storage. They have kitting and light assembly. They have order return processing. In terms of pricing, there is no pricing information online. When we called them, they didn't give us any information. But the thing here is that you just need to negotiate with them. They are geared for startups and very small businesses, so they'll take care of you. In terms of integrations and partners, they are integrated with more than 40 popular shopping carts and online marketplaces, okay? And this include Magento, WooCommerce, Shopify, Ecwid, Squarespace, and so on and so forth. And we also love the fact that they have shopping cart partners, they have e-commerce platform partners, they have marketing partners. So they have partnerships with the like of GoData Feed, Jumbleberry, and more. They have partnerships with payment processors and finance partners. They have shipping partners, and so on and so forth. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are doing today a comparative analysis of 5 players in the e-commerce fulfillment space. And right now we want to review very quickly Fulfillment.com. So Fulfillment.com is an order fulfillment solution. And to be more specific, it is a cloud-based fulfillment management service that handles the whole fulfillment process on behalf of businesses worldwide, okay? And here we're speaking about the small e-tailer all the way to the Fortune 500 e-tailer, okay? And what we love is that we love the global nature of the business. So they have fulfillment centers around the globe. You have to connect with their proprietary and cloud-based order management engine, okay? They promise 2-day delivery across the US, and they have been very good at that. Now, let's just break it down a little more. The thing here is that Fulfillment.com is not one of those random warehousing solutions. It's much more than that. So basically, apart from providing warehouses for your stuff, the service comes with proprietary cloud-based software, and they call that software ShipStream, for comprehensive fulfillment management and real-time tracking. Okay, and as a client. So one thing you need to understand is that we love fulfillment.com for two things: ease of use, so user experience is very good, and speediness, speed. Okay, the service tries to offer a smooth and efficient way of shipping your orders in the shortest possible time. As a client, therefore, you get to pick a convenient packing options for your products right from the system. You can choose US, Canada, the UK, the European Union, or Australia. So then once the packages are received in one of the 8 strategically located warehouses, they are processed within 24 hours while you monitor their progress in real time. Okay, so we love that. And they have a lot of great functionalities, like they have order grouping, smart address validation, returns processing, prediction of inventory depletion, verification of postage fees. So this is really good, okay? And when you think about it, those are essentially the core features you would expect in a typical fulfillment management system. And so how does the whole thing work? So first you need to connect with an e-commerce fulfillment expert. So you need to talk to them about your business. You contact them via phone or via email. And you choose your fulfillment locations. You meet with your fulfillment expert. They call it Success Manager. This is where you create your account, you set up your online inventory, you integrate your shopping cart or CRM, and you have access to your software dash tutorial. Okay, and then you can integrate your e-commerce online store. You send them your products, so you send the fulfillment.com your products, and that's it. Okay, and they actually manage shipments for you and inventory 24/7. They also have some kind of system for health and beauty product manufacturing. So this is something that you might be interested in. They have strategic alliances with numerous CGMP certified manufacturers. If you are in that industry, you might be interested. And in terms of pricing, you need to request a quote. No pricing is available online. You can easily track your orders. They have integrations with most CRM software solutions, more than 70 integrations. You can see here the shopping carts, the marketplaces, the ERPs, and the EDIs, the electronic data interchanges. I want to talk to you now about FedEx Fulfillment. So everybody knows FedEx, so I don't need to tell you who FedEx is. But FedEx Fulfillment is a subsidiary of the FedEx Corporation that provides third-party logistics, including warehousing, order fulfillment, and shipping. So this platform is kind of cool for small and medium-sized businesses with the low order minimums, cost-effective services, and ramp-up onboarding period. Okay, and if you can use FedEx Fulfillment if you're thinking about having a national operation. So FedEx is geared towards SMBs, small and medium-sized businesses, making it ideal for growing e-commerce ventures and brick-and-mortar stores that are spending online. So if you don't have to be an online entrepreneur. If you are a brick-and-mortar store and your intention is to expand online, FedEx Fulfillment can be a great opportunity for you. And we love the fact that with FedEx Fulfillment, you are in great company for small, lightweight goods. This is great for international sellers because they do have a wide global footprint with numerous centrally located hubs accessible from its European global distribution center. This is also great for multi-channel sellers. When you think about Amazon FBA, you have to think about omni-channel sellers. But with FedEx Fulfillment and all the other players, you're thinking about multi-channel sellers. Solopreneurs who have outgrown their in-house fulfillment operation will find FedEx Fulfillment very interesting. B2B sales are also great. When do you need to use an alternative? If you have a high value, heavy, fragile, or oversized products, you want to use another player. If you have a crowdfunding venture and product launch, you might want to use another player. And if you are an Amazon focused seller, you really also want to look elsewhere because FedEx cannot fulfill Amazon Prime or seller fulfilled Prime orders, which is a big factor for Amazon centric sellers who place a lot of weight on the coveted Prime badge. Okay, and in terms of FedEx also offers the following services and features. We have warehousing. They have more tan 130 warehouses in the US plus one international fulfillment center. This is really good. Order fulfillment, shipping, integrations. They integrate very well with Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento, eBay, Walmart, Etsy, and a few more. You have reverse logistics. Okay. Tracking and visibility. This is important also. Climate control, multi-channel capabilities, customer service, startup friendliness and easy onboarding, special services. This is really good. And in terms of the FedEx fulfillment pricing, they don't publish fulfillment pricing, and we've had some trouble verifying some of the rates. We reached out to them, they never got back to us. But I want you to look on the screen right now, and here is what the company's standard pricing is. You can see the first screenshot and the second screenshot. All right, and there are other key features you want to pay attention to. You have the software, you have the billing, you have the fulfillment network, which is one of the greatest advantages of FedEx. They have 2-day shipping, special services. They have fulfillment integrations, all kinds of stuff. This is just fantastic. All right, big decision time, folks. So basically, we have compared and contrasted 5 players, okay? Amazon FBA, Rakuten Super Logistics. We have eFulfillment Service, Fulfillment.com, and FedEx Fulfillment. Which one to choose? Which one to choose? Big decision time. It really depends. It depends. Big decision time. There are a couple of things you need to pay attention to when you are choosing a fulfillment company. Shipping speeds. I mentioned that before. How important is that for you? Shipping speeds. Are you interested in the location of the fulfillment warehouses? Because some players, not all players are created equal. Are you interested in omni-channel or multi-channel sales? Are you interested in the features of the order fulfillment software? This is important. What about transparency and visibility? Those are important things you want to pay attention to, right? Are you able to track your products throughout the system as it goes through the supply chain? How important is it for you to follow that? What about branding options? Is it so important for you to brand yourself? What about packaging options? You also need to think about the returns management and the cost. And one thing I also need to add to this is that you want to pay attention to the customer service, because this is really important. If you sign up with Amazon or FedEx, those are big companies. You might have someone on the phone, but it wouldn't be as quick as if you were to go with a smaller player, right? But again, at the same time, smaller players, they don't have the national coverage in terms of warehouses that you need if you want to grow and scale your business very quickly. So at the end of the day, you need to make a decision between what really matters for you. One thing I also need to say is that you need to make a decision, and I've already said this before, you need to make a big decision about sales. Do you want to sell multi-channel or omni-channel? This is really important. Amazon is the leader right now, but the other players are growing. BigCommerce, WooCommerce, Shopify, Magento, you name it, they're all growing. So right now, where is your business concentrated? Maybe you could use 2. Maybe you can have 2 e-commerce operations where you have one specifically for Amazon and another one for other channels where you can use all the other players. Okay, after analyzing those 5 players, our pick is Amazon FBA. We believe Amazon FBA is still the king or the queen of the industry right now, and we have scored this service 10 over 10. Fulfillment.com is 9.5 over 10. This is a great player. And we have Rakuten Super Logistics 9 over 10, FedEx Fulfillment 9 over 10, and eFulfillment Service 8 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.